like to have another pro fight?
I have exhibition match this coming December. Where? Let me know about it. I wasn't aware of this. In Japan. Against who? We're working on it, the opponent. Like, we're working with Mayweather. You're gonna do an exhibition with Floyd? Yes. Mayweather Pacquiao. Why don't you do it for reals? I don't know. If he wants.
If he wants to. See, this is what I'm talking about, man. Manny, that shit ain't funny, okay? But I know you trying to be cool and shit and collective, but I know inside you like, listen, man, I've been wanting to fight this dude in a pro fight, but now the clock is ticking. Time is not on my side. I gotta get Chicken Floyd in the ring no matter what. So we're gonna get him in the ring, and we're gonna finally do it his way, an exhibition match. See, Floyd, he wants to stay relevant, and he still don't want to take any risk. You heard what the man said. Manny Pacquiao said, if he wants, but we know, and I'm going to show you proof that I know that he wants this to be a pro fight, regardless. Now you're going to say, say it again in my ear, you skunt. Oh, yeah. Well, Mayweather's been retired since the last fight he fought in August, 27? I think he fought McGregor last, and he's been retired, and then he's been doing an exhibition match, which is cool. I ain't got no problem with that, right? I think Manny Pacquiao last pro fight was what? I think August 2021 with August, right? So, yeah, Floyd been retired for a long amount of time, but I see the things was going on with Floyd is that first it was Mikey Garcia. Now, after this situation with Showtime and PBC, I think he's trying to go and reach for the stars for something bigger. I don't know what it is. I'm really not trying to figure out and define the situation. But Manny Pacquiao is so excited to get a fight. And that's all he wants to do. He still got some in his tank. If he say that man should retire, I'm going to tell you, I ain't telling another man when he retire. If the man needs to get knocked out again to understand when he needs to be retired, then that's what's going to have to happen, right? But until then, this man's still willing and able, and let it be, man. Just let it be. So Floyd wants an exhibition match, right? So his O won't get affected because, you know, his O means everything to him. And like I said, he's trying to stay relevant. When he's trying to say that he's greater than Muhammad Ali and he's greater than this, and he's stating that in the present, he has a right to do that. I'm not saying he has a right to do that because at the end of the day, it's what people remember last. And I be telling all these old jagabots that, right? I love Sugar Ray Robinson. I think he's the best pound for pound, right? But in this era, if you're not a hardcore boxing fan, nobody don't want to hear about no Sugar Ray Robinson. Muhammad Ali is best ever, everlasting. I got him as number one. I had an argument with some old jagabat motherfuckers back in the days, and I'm saying, listen, no matter what you say, it doesn't matter. Time takes away greatness. Time takes away greatness. So what the man remembers, what's the last thing that a man remember? The last thing he remembers is Floyd. And this is Floyd era, regardless if you like it or not. Okay, I am not a big Floyd fan. I like how he is in the ring, movements and everything in the ring. He's a defensive wizard. I love his style of fight, but I don't like how he took this career. I don't like how he made this boxing and put a virus in it. Right? I don't like it. Okay, him, Canelo, and Tank. I'm just seeing and Tyson Fury. Right? I'm seeing the buffoonery. I'm seeing certain things where they could get away holding their belts for a long time, doing exhibition matches. Before fighting for undisputed, holding a belt for a whole year. Charlo holding a belt for so long. You know, it's the sanction bodies that's effing up the sport. Okay, and they're allowing this. I don't care about the boxers, man. Tell you the truth, the boxers can get away with it. They're gonna get away with it. All right, but the business of boxing is going one way. I'll get back to that. But yeah, Manny Pacquiao, man. So he's got to get Chicken Floyd in the ring, and at the end of the day, if it's an exhibition match, it's gonna have to be an exhibition match, right? But then he also was planning to do this if he couldn't get a fight. Now you tell me, is this wrong for him to do this? Come on, let's listen to what he got to say.
I heard you wanted to go and join the Olympics. Is that true? Are you still planning on wanting to do that for the Philippines? Yeah, that's what we are trying to do right now, to request to the Olympics Committee to allow me to participate in the Olympics because there's an age limit. So if they exempt me to participate in the Olympics, then I can fight. You're gonna want to do it. Yeah. Wow. Crazy. You know, man, I know I don't got you for too much longer. I just gotta ask you.
Yeah, so he wants to be in the Olympics. Is an age requirement. So, you know, the man still wants to fight, man. He still got the eye of the tiger. I don't see why, you know, if they allow him to do it 3 rounds, you know, he's an older Manny Pacquiao. He said, listen, I could give these young guns. I could check their temperature. Listen, just like in this exhibition fight with Francis and Tyson Fury, all of a sudden after Francis knocked down Tyson Fury, now he's on another level now. Now he's on an Anthony Joshua fight, a crossover, a Wilder fight, a crossover. He is big money now, right? So the same thing in the Olympics, but at the same time, it's not when it's in the Olympics. But if Manny goes in there and he fights 3 rounds and he starts defeating these young dudes, right? But there's one that gave him push it to the limit. He could make a name for himself. If he beats Manny Pacquiao early in his career in Olympics, he can make a name of himself, especially if Manny Pacquiao put the beat down on some of these young dudes because of the experience, because he's still got a lot in his tank. So, everything is on the horizon. We don't know. But it sounds good to me. If you want to fight for your country, why should I complain about it? And I hear, what'd you say, you American dotish ass? Oh man, that's not right. He shouldn't do that. But the man, no one wants to fight the man. Nobody want to fight him. So he's trying to fight other options. You think if he got a fight with Mayweather, a pro fight, or a fight with Tank Davis, that, what, you know what? Let's listen to what Tank Davis, let's listen to what Manny Pacquiao say again, because I'm going to put a link in the description about what Tank said about he wants to fight Manny Pacquiao. I'm going to show you the proof, right? In the pudding, what Tank said in my last link. But this is about Manny Pacquiao and what he wants and what he's willing to do.
Finally, Manny, Gervonta Davis, what do you think of him? What do you make of him as a fighter? Davis is a good fighter. Good fighter, yeah. Is there ever any possibility that you would go back in the ring and fight someone like a Tank Davis? If you want, then if you come up to 147, then you can fight. He can't beat you at 140? 145 maybe. So this is big news. You're willing to do a catchweight fight with Tank at 145? 145. What happens? You have a lot of experience, but he's explosive. What would happen in that fight? Oh, that's not a problem for me. Because I'm an experienced fighter, so.
So you see the actions. Wanted to fight in Olympics, younger fighters. Regardless if you do it or not, he's trying to show you that the next question that this man asks you about, would you fight Tank Davis? He says yes. This man is what, 29 years old? Manny's like 45 years old. He's willing to get in there and fight a pro fight. Now, Tank Davis, catchweights it's your specialty. You and Mayweather and, you know, all the opportunities of being on top. He's taking the B side and say, listen, I'll go down to 145, maybe 145, but I'm pretty sure if the man said I'll do 145, Tank Davis and Floyd, and don't tell me Floyd's not with Tank Davis. I don't want to hear all that bullshit. I don't want to hear all that detailed confusion shit. They still together, man. He would say 143. Now, if the man said I'll come down to 145 and then Tank say, no, 143, you pushing it. You younger, you're stronger. I have you might beat Manny Pacquiao on his last performance that Manny Pacquiao had with Ugas. Regardless if his knees, his calves was cramped, regardless, like I said, once you get in that mother effing ring, it's what everybody's seeing. Like I said, I could walk down the street, I bust this nigga ass plenty of times. But it's that day that I'm limping, he fucks with me, right? No one see me limping. They only see when this nigga jump on top of me and start pulverizing my ass, right? And then everybody in the hood be like, oh, you fucked him up. That's all that matters. Nobody worried about the limp or the back injury I got in the gym. None of that shit. They just see what they see. So at the end of the day, Tank Davis, this is an opportunity for you to get a big name. I mean, I thought it was about the stars. I thought it was about the numbers. I thought it was about the face of boxing. You got a face of boxing, so-called you a face of boxing, right? That these, everybody want to say whatever. It is what it is. You and Ryan did good numbers, right? And you got the cash cow. You got a man that has a country behind him. And not just a country. He have other countries that's behind him. He is worldwide known. He is worldwide known, okay? So it's just not just the Philippines. This man did a lot of things in his era, in eras. I see there's no excuse for you not fighting this man. You have an opportunity to win. You got now. You see the man. He's saying, "Listen, I'll work with you, man. I'll go down to 145." So these are actions of the speech of Manny Pacquiao saying, "I want to still fight. I'll go in the Olympics." Oh, that's crazy. What are you doing that for? Okay, well, why don't somebody fight me? Conor Ben. What happened to him? What happened to Conor Ben? What happened? All of a sudden, that shit ended. I don't know why, right? Chris Eubank, whatever, I don't care, right? But Manny Pacquiao, he still wants to fight, man. And I see Tank Davis. Who would I rather pick, Tank Davis or Floyd Mayweather? I'll pick Tank Davis. We already seen it with Floyd. Floyd is trying to maneuver his way so he could win. Okay? We know that. And he does the same thing with Tank. He's trying to maneuver this man so he could win. Okay? So the maneuver is this. Fight Manny, get a name, right? They say that you ain't fight nobody, Tank. Well, fight him. Well, if he's old, but still, he's an icon. You still making that paper. You still making that paper, bro. See, this is what I want to understand how some of these Tank fanatics going to tell me this is not the right move. That all y'all Tank fanatics be like, yo, he ain't got a name. Who's that dude? Like, and he don't put butts in seats. Well, now you got all these seats with butts in it, farting in it. All these seats with butts farting in fucking seats. So tell me, what the fuck you won't take this fight? I'm going to leave the link in the description for the last one I made about Manny Pacquiao and what Tank Davis said. So don't just say this Tank don't want to fight him, because I show proof. I remember when Keith Thurman was in the ring and Tank and Pacquiao whipped his ass. Tank was on his ass talking about, oh, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. Oh, I want to fight Manny Pacquiao. So I will pick Tank versus Manny Pacquiao better than seeing another Floyd versus Manny Pacquiao. I would. And that would be a great fight. And guess what? You know what? Floyd won't want that. Because I'm telling you right now, if Manny Pacquiao do beat, these are two southpaws, right? And we all know Manny got hard hands, not just one hand, hard both hands, right? And he moves laterally if his calves don't have no cramps in it, right? But this is a risk. This is a risk you take. This is what MMA fighters do. They take a risk and they go over there. So yeah, the money's good, but they still take the risk of losing badly, right? To get a check, but it's a risk. What's going on with boxing? What is going on with boxing? So let's listen to what he's saying about this crossover. What the fuck with this music, man? Fuck, every time I try to do something to my fucking music. Let's listen to what he's saying about the business of boxing. How is it going?
Tell us what you think of kind of the big event, the crossover boxing. Do you feel like this is kind of the future of combat sports?
That is the future. I mean, we are trying to promote boxing, and I think boxing is more important sports in the world.
There's so many big stars out here. Is there anyone that you're really enjoying catching up with and seeing out here?
Nice to be here, be part of the Philippines event here, and we are helping each other to promote boxing, bring boxing more and more.
Conor McGregor was one of the people who's out here, and he said that when he sees you, he wants to kick you in the head. What do you think about that?
So this nigga, McGregor, talking about he want to kick Manny Pacquiao in the head. Well, put his ass in the fucking ring then. Why don't you go in the fucking ring? I'm tired of these motherfuckers clickbaiting and clout chasing and shit like this, man. Just get your ass in the ring and fight him. You know, if Canelo decides to pick you, right? I hope he busts you in your fucking guts, yo. I really do, man. Tired of this motherfucking McGregor, man. Tired of these Sideshow Bob motherfuckers, yo. Tired of them, man. But Manny Pacquiao was talking about, you know, they asked him about the crossover. And the crossover, you know, y'all gotta understand this, man. I tell a lot of these jagabats, all these old dudes, man, that it's what you do. It's what you do last. And Mayweather, he's on a mission to be relevant at the last minute. Every year, if he could raise his hands, that's all he wants to do is raise his hands because he stays relevant. And it also overpowers what Terrence Crawford or any other fighter that exceeds more than what they're supposed to. Remember, that's when he comes out and say all the things he did in the past and in the present, and he reminds you of his 50 and his O. So I know the mission that he's on. He's on the mission to stay relevant and overlapping anybody else's achievements. That's it. That's Mayweather's mission, to stay relevant. Because this crossover, it's going to happen. It's going to be a time where that the business of boxing is only going to want crossover fights because that's where the money is. And these old jagabats, listen, it's either you bitch and complain about it or adjust. Bitch, complain, or adjust. Let me tell you something. At one time, I got a mortgage rate for 3.99. I would not refinance because right now, mortgage rates are fucking 8 point something. And if they go up another 25 basis points, if Jerome Powell decide to do that, well, by next year, it might be, the interest rate might be 9, depending on how it affects the economy and the real estate and blah, 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 right? And if it goes down, it will never go back down to 3.9. It will go probably about 6 or 5%. So what do? I adjust. I stand still. I don't buy nothing. I don't buy anything. I wait to see if the house market, houses drop in price or the interest rate goes down. Or if I'm in that much in the need of a house, which I'm not. So you have to adjust with things. And these old jagabats don't understand that Mayweather knows that human nature forgets very fast. So if I say Sugar Ray Robinson, Willie Pep, Pernell Whitaker, I see all these great ones. These old dudes don't understand when my old ass die, no matter what I think, it doesn't matter. I told y'all niggas. I went in the streets. I made a video about this plenty of times. My subscribers that watch my videos, they know this. Newcomers, if you don't, scroll. I did one with, I did when I went around the street and I asked different people. I asked casuals, I asked old people that know boxing, and I asked young dudes, and it was about 5 young dudes in a group, about 6 of them. 5 of them said Floyd. 1 said Muhammad Ali. 1 said Muhammad Ali. And it always boils down to this. I always show proof that time takes away greatness and it giveth greatness. You are in the present, and it's what you remember. Remember, human nature has very short memory. I'm going to give you an example. I'm going to give you 2 examples. First example, if I give you money all the time and I'm helping you, right? And that one time I don't give you money, you get down on me because I didn't give you money. You don't remember. You don't remember how many times I help you. And if I tell you I can't give it to you right now, instead of you saying, yo, man, I appreciate it, I understand. No, you get a bitch ass attitude and complain and get sour about the whole situation. So that's a part of human nature. Now I'm going to show you this young lad right here is telling you what I'm telling you. But what about these old jagabats like me? And they bullshit about he's the greatest and that's the greatest. Yes, I understand that. I understand that. But it's up to young people in this social media time to look back and see Willie Pep, Armstrong, Muhammad Ali, Joe Louis, Sugar Ray Robinson, blah, 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 and say, well, you know what? Mayweather wasn't all that. But they don't have time. But they got this shit on the palm of their hand. They ain't got to go in the dictionary. They ain't got to wait like Muhammad Ali, a boxer that go on a late night show, or the news, or anything like that. No. So let me show you an example of what I'm talking about. The new generation seeing the old generation don't mean shit to them.
The greatest probably fighter of all time is Muhammad Ali. He got a bunch of losses, but just the trials and tribulations that he had to go through, the setbacks that he had to go through, him not even allowing to be great in his prime because of the situations he had to go through, and then him still come out and be who he is. You know, that just did a lot for not only boxing, but a lot for black people.
Yeah, I think you can't really pinpoint one greatest of all time.
Right.
Just because of the fact that it's opinionated.
Absolutely.
In my opinion.
That's why I said my opinion.
In my opinion, as of right now, I'm going to go with Floyd.
Right.
Just because that was who I seen in my generation. But other people that's older than me, they be thinking Muhammad Ali,
Sugar Ray Robinson. Yeah.
That's what I heard a lot.
He was smooth. He was that guy. Mike Tyson. He got a lot of people, but like I think people be overdoing the whole loss. Like I think you still gonna be a great fighter if you go in there and because people, if you got wins a lot, you can have losses. You got full. If you get in there and you go in, people is always gonna pay this. They gonna pay their pay-per-view to see you because they know you coming. You ain't playing. Like for instance.
Did you hear what Shakur said? Sugar Ray Robinson? Oh, that's who I heard a lot. Well, it's so easy. Like my generation, you need an encyclopedia, you need a dictionary. We had a phone with a cord. We had all this bullshit, right? But now you got documentaries at the palm of your hand. So when he said, yeah, I heard about that guy a lot, I'm like, well, that tells me that did you listen to a documentary? Did you even watch anything about Sugar Ray Robinson? And do you think a boxer ain't watching past time greats? I'm not saying all young dudes. I'm not saying all young boxers. Because there's young boxers that watch past time greats, right? Past Muhammad Ali. But when you say, yeah, this is what he said. Yeah, I heard about that dude. I heard about him. No, you're supposed to say, yeah, man, that nigga had 100-something fights and this and that, and you should know a little bit more about social media. You could just watch a documentary on him, on Joe Louis, Pep, Armstrong. You can watch these. This is what's so beneficial to your generation and your sport, and you have the education right there in your face and won't even look at it. So what you expect from a Joe Blow out there, a casual fan, or somebody, they only look at what they see that's right now. And Floyd knows this. Floyd knows this. So every time, it doesn't matter who he fights. If he fights a tomato can, an exhibition fight, whatever he fights, once this hand raises, on top of his 50-0, every year that goes by, that's another generation born. That's another 10 years, another 10 years. It just keeps going on and on. He's trying to milk it as much as he can. And he misses again. Look at Manny Pacquiao. He got about 70-something fights. And just like this man said, it doesn't matter how many times you lose, right? It's how you get up and how you keep going in, and they're gonna keep buying your fights and pay for it because they know you that dude, man, that coming in and want to get that, you want to get busy, you want to shake and bake. So I'm telling you what Floyd's doing at the end of the day, and I know what he's doing. He's still trying to stay relevant to the game and half-assing the game at the same time and leaving the virus, because guess what? He leaves that virus, right? The transition of crossover fights will be bigger, even on both sides, will be bigger in boxing fights and bigger than UFC fights, all right? Y'all will be on this level and crossovers will be up here. And old people like me will complain and bitch about it, but you got to adjust to the game. Yeah, these boxers, they do more than these dudes up here. They skip the line, like Francis or McGregor or whoever. They skip the line. They do something great, and all of a sudden they on the sanction body on the WBC or whatever list right there and then. You know why? Because they gonna make that money. They gonna make the money. This is why I said all that money talk that these hardcore boxers do about, oh, my fighter makes a lot of money and they put butts in seat. That's y'all also the part that's making it hard to see good fights that's not going to make money. Y'all are the part of the problem. Fuck 'em, man. So, yeah, you could bring up this money thing and how many butts he puts in the seats and this and that. But at the end of the day, it doesn't matter to me because all I'm saying is choose one. Are you going to, any of y'all two going to fight Manny Pacquiao? Any of y'all, Tank, Mayweather. Well, then it's more than money. It's not about the money. It's about the mother effing risk. And if you ain't taking the risk to fight a 45-year-old You 29, he's 45, man. Manny Pacquiao want to fight. I got Manny Pacquiao win or losing. Because of what he gave me in every era. I see that he still got it in his tank. And he's still a risk. And the proof is that Floyd, he wants an exhibition fight. And the other part is, too, Tank don't want to fight him. Because if it was about the money, it was all about the money and the fame and making y'all, exposing your name more to the world, not just the United States, you would take this fight with Manny Pacquiao. But listen, I'm not here to change your mind. I'm here for you to read between the lines. It's not what they say, it's what they're not saying. And like, share, and subscribe. I remember this time. I will leave the link in the description about Manny Pacquiao and Tank and all the proof that Tank said he wanted that fight. And listen, if it's about the business and money, what's the problem? This should be an easy fight. This man, Manny Pacquiao, is not just have a country. He is global. He is global. He earned that every era. He earned global status, not just country status, global status. Yo, I'm out of here. I hope you learned something. And if not, it's life, man. I can't help what you know in the present and what I know in the past. It is what it is. When I die and everybody else die, what you know in the present will move on forward. And that's what Floyd trying to do. That's what Floyd. And I'm going to tell you right now, Manny Pacquiao, if you do fight this nigga in an exhibition match, bust his ass, yo. Bust his ass. I ain't trying to hear nothing, man. If you fail, you fail. But this is your only opportunity. You're not going to get a pro fight with him, but you're going to get an exhibition fight. Make sure you do the do, man. Just like Francis did the do with Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury said a 12-week camp. That's another thing. A 12-week camp, right? Vada was in this. Was this an exhibition match? Because I know that the WBC title wasn't on the line, but at the same time, can somebody give me, in the comments, can somebody tell me, did he get a win on his record? Because the rules are changed. It's kind of funny. 1 minute is an exhibition match, 10 rounds, right? No belt, but you get a win. Do you get a win? Was this a record win? I gotta check. But if I don't check because I'm lazy and I just don't want to, can somebody just make it up and let me know if it's true or not? Because, I have it at the palm of my hands, but I'm not going to fucking look. Yeah. Because I'm spoiled in this generation. I don't need to look up information. I just got to listen to a channel tell me this and that, and I'll just go with it. Because I like what he's saying. And I got this rapport and vibe with Fagnon and this one and that one and that. No, do your own information, man. And I'm very embarrassed that old motherfuckers out here and young generations just do your homework, and then go back to the channel and question. But once you question them, then you're the enemy. Yeah, you're the enemy. Once you question them, you're the enemy. So do your homework. I'm not here to change your mind. You heard all that shit, man. Just be gone now. Manny Pacquiao, I wish you the best, man. And I just wish you the best. And keep on fighting if you got more in your tank, man. I'm out.